Things are getting serious for Dogecoin, but there's one metric that almost no one knows about, so let's take a look at it. So we are now seeing that Dogecoin and Cardano are currently undervalued at recent prices. This is because the market value to realized value indicator for them is sitting on the lower side. And for Doge, this on-chain metric currently hovers at minus 36%, suggesting that Dogecoin sits in the opportunity zone. So the point is that the lower the MVRV ratio becomes, the higher the possibility of upward price movement. And this is why I believe that Doge is going to move to the upside pretty soon. Now, if we come to Dogecoin's price, it is currently sitting right near the support level. And the thing to note here is that if this level holds as resistance, it may see a strong bearish move in the future. However, the good thing is that if Doge manages to hold above the level, it may start to see higher lows and push toward resistance. And if this happens, it will be a bullish move from Doge. And I think Doge can make this bullish move because it has started to show some positive movement. Moreover, some of its technical indicators are still looking good. For example, we can see here that it has a relative strength index of 50, which indicates a positive market valuation. Moreover, the MACD of Doge also sits above its neutral zone, and this is giving us a positive outlook for it amid this sideways movement for Doge. And now if we come to Bitcoin, it has lost an important trend line that has supported its recent uptrend. However, that doesn't necessarily mean a downtrend will begin or that the greater bull market is immediately over. The price of Bitcoin may follow a sharper uptrend line at one point, and it is highly likely that there will be no dramatic downside in the coming days. Meanwhile, on-chain data is now showing us that sentiment for Bitcoin is highly bullish in the current market scenario. As per data from Glassnode, the spent output profit ratio has been showing more similarities with the summer of 2021. And this is bullish because it indicates that the bottom of the market is in, and it coincides with trend reversal sentiments in the Bitcoin market. And we can see here that this analysis is also confirmed by crypto analyst Plan C, and he has indicated that the SOPR is one of the metrics that is screaming that the bottom is in for Bitcoin and the overall crypto market. And he is also saying that he is watching this indicator closely to monitor the health of the trend reversal from the 33K low. And he has highlighted that Bitcoin has broken through the one line of SOPR after spending 81 days below. This means that Bitcoin needs to hold support and then bounce if it gets a retest of the one line. So as I said, this means that the bottom is in for Bitcoin, and I think this is very positive news for Bitcoin and crypto holders. And another important thing to note here is that holders should not start panicking if there is some negative news like the current geopolitical situation in Russia. And we can see here that analyst Matthew Hyland has highlighted the fact that narratives like rate hikes, strands, and conflicts will come and go, and they are not going to hamper the prices of Bitcoin and others. And in another tweet, he has highlighted that this ongoing geopolitical situation in Russia may not adversely affect Bitcoin and other cryptos. And we can see here that the last time such a situation developed, it didn't affect Bitcoin's price in a severe way. So it is now highly likely that Bitcoin and the broader market will remain unaffected this time as well. And this is exactly why I think that holders should not panic and be manipulated by the market makers. And as per analyst Willy Woo, the price recovery witnessed in Bitcoin across the last 2 weeks coincided with a rise in holders and speculative investors selling their coins. And he believes that this view is supported by coins moving away from exchanges to cold storage. Meanwhile, whales who hold more than 1,000 Bitcoin are accumulating, and this hints at institutional money deploying capital. And Willy Woo also believes that the 33K price was the bottom of this cycle of Bitcoin. And data from Econometrics has confirmed that the Bitcoin whales' addresses are currently on a buying spree. So even though Bitcoin could dip in the coming days following a stock market crash, there are signs that long-term holders find the current price to be a good entry point. And this positive sentiment among long-term holders is actually going to help Bitcoin over the long term. And while we just talked about the fact that the stock market will crash, it appears that this is not going to happen. So we can see here that half of Nasdaq stocks have triggered buy signals, and it is one of the strongest spikes of all time. And spikes of this magnitude generally led to historic rallies in stocks. And if this happens, this is just more positive news for the crypto market. And as per analyst Justin Bennett, Bitcoin must surmount a critical resistance level around 46K to open up the path to recovery from here. And if it does and we see a daily close above 46K, then this area will become support, and the next stop is going to be around 50K to 53K. And as far as Ethereum is concerned, he believes that ETH has to go up around 3.2K, and it needs to clear this area on a daily closing basis to flip it to support and move up to 3.6. And while we are seeing a sideways movement from Ethereum, crypto trader Smart Contractor believes that this recent dip is an opportunity, and things are overall bullish for ETH. And he has mentioned that his bullish thesis is built on the fact that Ethereum is currently resting above the major moving averages, including the 50-day MA on the 4-hour chart. And this means that Ethereum may initiate a leg up in the following trading sessions. Meanwhile, data from Info the Block has shown that the number of Ethereum retail traders has reached a record high. And we are now seeing that small Ethereum addresses have increased by around 98% since early 2021. And so far, they hold around 1.78 million ETH. So this is clearly showing us that Ethereum is gaining widespread adoption and usage among retail traders. And I think that this is a very bullish thing for Ethereum, especially in the long term. And now, before moving forward, I'd like to remind you here that this is no financial advice, since I'm not a professional financial advisor. So it is recommended that you do your own research before investing in cryptos. And while we are seeing some positive things for cryptos, there is some bad news as well. For example, Reserve Bank of India Governor Shaktikanta Das believes that cryptos have no underlying value, and they are not even a tulip. She basically compared cryptos to the Dutch tulip bulb market bubble of the 17th century, indicating that cryptos are large economic bubbles. And another news coming from India is that regulatory uncertainty around the status of cryptos in the country will persist in the near term. This is because Indian Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has recently stated that she was not going to legalize or ban cryptos at this moment. She stated that the decision will come subsequently when the ministry reviews input from consultations. So the point is that regulatory uncertainty is going to loom around cryptos in India for some time. In fact, this recent decision by the government to put 30% taxes on crypto transactions is adding to the FUD in the Indian crypto industry. And it appears that before making a final decision, the government wants to discourage investors from investing in cryptos. But I think that the authorities may soon realize the value of cryptos and adopt a friendly stance. This is because we can't rule out the fact that India has over 100 million crypto traders. And since this number is only going to increase, the government may soon realize it and adopt a crypto-friendly stance. And with that being said, let's come to Shiba Inu for a minute. So the official Twitter account of tech giant Microsoft posted a tweet that has sparked desperate rumors of Shiba Inu integration. The tweet basically jokes about two types of dogs that participate in meetings on Microsoft Teams. And as expected, the majority of people believe the tweet is about doggy-themed coins. And there are now rumors that there is going to be a game-changing partnership between Microsoft and Shiba Inu. And since Microsoft hasn't officially mentioned anything related to it, I think these are just rumors. However, if these rumors come true, then it is definitely going to be a game-changing partnership for SHIB. Besides this, there are some other bullish things happening for SHIB. For example, data from Whale Stats has shown that Shiba Inu has returned as a whale favorite, and whales have continued to up their holding in SHIB. And this renewed interest in Shiba Inu has helped it crawl out of the second spot to overtake FTX once again as the most widely held token by Ethereum whales. And another example of this rising interest in Shiba Inu is that the largest ETH whales have added a whopping $20 million worth of Shiba Inu recently. So the point is that major whales have started to buy more and more SHIB tokens. And this growing interest is going to help SHIB gain some massive momentum in the long term. And now if we come back to Doge, we can see here that it has started to show some positivity here. And since we have just seen that there are a lot of positive things happening for cryptos, I believe that Doge is going to rebound from here sooner or later. In any case, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think Dogecoin is going to move to the upside from here? Let me know in the comment section below.